Odyssey continued to dominate the box office for the second week in a row. The movie brought in another $87 million over the weekend. It earned $123 million last weekend. That means it'll be just a 30% decline in its second weekend. That makes it the strongest second weekend hold for a major summer release. Most blockbusters making more than $100 million on opening weekend usually fall by half in the following weekend. Joining us now to talk about the Odyssey is Patrice Rankine, professor of classics at the University of Chicago. Good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
Now, we brought Marcus is here. He has seen the movie. Yes. I'm just curious, as I remember reading this as a professor of classics. Is it true to the classics, or do you even care? What did you think of it?
Well, first of all, I don't care.
There you go.
We can't care. Most of us are just thrilled that a text that we so value and that we spend so much time on is really at the center of popular culture right now. As you said, the movie has grossed, so much, $80 plus million in its second weekend. It's already outstripped Gladiator and Troy and previous such movies. And it's just a thrill. I went for the second time last night with my brother-in-law. There were moments in the movie when the entire audience was applauding. It's just a thrill. It's an absolute thrill.
So are there any, I guess as somebody who I would consider you probably an expert of this, there seem to be so many people who are really bothered at the changes that Christopher Nolen has made here. Were you at all? To me, there's been so many adaptations of the Odyssey over the years in TV and movies, but this one seems to be really getting under people's skin for some reason. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, I think it's because he makes such bold moves, both on the one side, trying to modernize the text so that he's using Emily Wilson's translation, which is probably already controversial in some ways. Odysseus being called dad or daddy by Telemachus at various points in the film. So already it's going to stir some people up. But he's got to make big swings for a movie. He's taken out an entire section of the epic poem. He's reinterpreted characters. So yes, it's going to provoke people. But this is what was happening as early as the ancient world. Even in the ancient world, questions about whether such and such an adaptation or an interpreter of the text got this or that right. It's always been part of the reception of these texts. Because they're so popular and people are so wedded to it, so attached to certain interpretations of the text.
Is there whatever the deep meaning is that made the Odyssey a literary classic, is there something different said in the film? Maybe that's part of the reason purists are upset?
Yes, but again, interpretations have gone on for every single time the text is taken up again, there is a new interpretation. So, for example, there's a good deal about the question of combat trauma, what it means to actually fight in a war, what it means to be both as a warrior, as the Odysseus character, but then also the societies affected or impacted by war, the children left without a father at home, the wives left if they themselves haven't gone off to war, the collateral damage, all of these things are provocative, right? We fight wars for particular reasons. We think they're justified. But at the same time, the poet, whoever, whether it's Homer or a series of epic poets who took these themes up, had always sort of asked questions about what this might mean and what the impact of these kinds of actions might be on societies and the individuals left behind in the wake of something as major as the Trojan War.
So you mentioned Troy. I want you to put your movie critic hat here on for a second, because you mentioned Troy and some other movies that were kind of based on this story. Where does this rank, this Odyssey? What's the number one for you? If somebody's like, I'm going to watch one thing about the Odyssey, what's the number one film adaptation for you?
I hate to be kind of presentist and in the moment, but I've already seen it twice and I'm not done.
Wow.
I'll go see it again. And each time I've seen it, obviously there are new perspectives, and of course, seeing it with the audience. The first time I saw it, we didn't have this kind of applaud. I don't know if others in the theater had also seen it before, but
Yeah.
the fact that people were applauding at various points in the movie, the just sort of communal felt response, felt impact of the movie was so visceral. This ranks up there for me. I mean, of course, there are things that one can complain about. You're moving around and you're seeing ruins in the background. Nolan likes using real sets. He doesn't use CGI. So you're not going to reconstruct colorful temples or colorful costumes. They're all sort of in this sort of darkly toned, almost drab in a way.
Yeah.
And so, there are ways that you could sort of complain about what he's done. But the visual effect and the impact of this film is just really, really something else.
Wow,
Thank you,
that's
Doctor.
great. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I told you guys.
I know
Yeah,
you
I
did.
did. Hey,
He's
Paul.
an expert.